Hello, welcome back to another FPL stream. It is Sunday night. It is Kneejerk time, although there is still quite a few games to go. There's two games on Monday night, which is Chelsea versus Newcastle and West Ham versus Sheffield United. And obviously there is quite a few players in those teams people are going to have, maybe Chelsea defenders, but more importantly, Sofal, Souček, Antonio. And obviously we've got the second of the double game week games basically. So Fulham, Everton, Burnley, Man City, all to play again. So there's potentially some big moves, big points still to come. It's been a pretty good week for anyone that had Gundogan captain, basically. Obviously, Burnley got a clean sheet as well, so if you doubled, tripled up on them, you're absolutely loving life. I would say Crystal Palace was the easier game. I think I said that beforehand. I hope that's not massively hindsight bias, but without Zaha, it wasn't good for Palace at all. They were awful. And Fulham has shown tonight that they are the better team out of those two. So Burnley clean sheet, good. Whether or not me will play, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, Fulham, decent game. I didn't watch the Everton versus Fulham game, but I've just seen the expected goals. So I was thinking about Areola when I thought about the hit for Sterling. It's a good job I didn't do it in the end. But I think it was like, where is it? I think it's like 0.49 for Everton and according to XG philosophy, it's 0.49 Everton and 2.52 for Fulham. So Everton really bad, obviously missing Calvert-Lewin, which is not good. Next game is Man City, so horrible, right? So I think if people have got Everton players, they're probably disappointed. As it stands right now, I'm glad I only made one transfer. Loughton. Let's bring up my team. I've got the team up here. I mean, my transfer just. I could have had Pope in goal, but I wouldn't have had me. I don't know. I would have just played Son. I think playing Wan-Bissaka wasn't that bad. I think if I hadn't played him and I got Pope, yes, I'd have like 4 more points and another game, but I would have played Son instead of Wan-Bissaka, so it didn't really work out too much. Dallas was my transfer in the third bench, -1. Biggest issue is, of course, for me that I bench Martinez. I don't think it was necessarily a bad decision, but Man United were bad. I almost tweeted like straight away, what is this weird thing that West Brom are doing? They're attacking and they just scored so quickly. They did have chances after that as well, so I can't even say that they just caught us quick and then were bad, because they weren't. They created another few chances. They could have even won the game near the end. And Man United were just so bad. Like, it took Bruno Fernandes with a shin volley, but still a good volley, I would say. And Brighton, like Martinez getting 9 saves. I think I saw a tweet yesterday, I could be wrong, that said that's the most saves a goalkeeper's made in a game. Maybe in FPL, maybe since the Premier League, I don't know. But something like that's the most saves a goalkeeper's made in the game and still kept a clean sheet. Because obviously you can make 7-8 saves, but at some point you usually concede. And Martinez just didn't. So that was a crazy 10-point swing. But otherwise, I did okay, really. Bamford blank, Grealish blank, Wan-Bissaka blank. I guess the problem for my team is all the main players scored well. So City, Gundogan is so good. So good. It's a shame he's going to miss the second game. I just don't think he's going to be... risked, to be honest. You got the wrong United wing back. Yeah, but I bet Shaw hasn't scored that many more points than Wan-Bissaka since I had him. Now, yeah, I'd swap, but at the time, Shaw was on 4 yellow cards, and Wan-Bissaka's got a 17-pointer since then, so I think I'm okay with it. I don't have Gundogan. Yeah, I said that I would captain Sterling if I had him. I definitely would have. I did say I didn't think Gundogan was a bad captain. Obviously, I wouldn't have captained him. But it's mental, right? I tweeted out yesterday. He has scored, I think it's 11 goals now. Is it 11? I'm pretty sure it's 11, right? So up until today, I don't know if there's any... Yeah, 11 goals, 2 assists. That is 1 less goal than Bamford and Vardy. It's 3 less than Fernandes now. But yesterday, it was 2 less than Fernandes, Kane and Son. And he didn't score till game week 13. That's so mad. Absolutely so mad. Yeah, Gundogan wasn't pictured in training. Yeah, I get it. He's probably not going to play the next game. It's a bit disappointing, right? This is why you captain double game week players. I think it's Matt. I know Fernandes captain has got 9 points, but apart from like a shin volley, and I'm not taking anything away from him because I still think Rooney's goal was great, right? Really, I don't think he created any chances today. I feel like captain has got off the hook a little bit with Bruno. I guess you always expect something against West Brom, so it wasn't bad. It wasn't like lucky that he got points, but you captain double game week players. Even Sterling's only got 1 return so far, but he's got another game, and it's against Everton. That like the funny thing is with the double game week so far is Man City have scored 3 goals already, and that was against the harder team. Right, both teams defensively are not great at the moment. Spurs or Everton, but I would say Spurs is the more difficult one. They've already put 3 goals. Imagine what they could do to Everton. Doesn't mean the game will go like that, but it looks pretty good. Thoughts on Ederson assist? That's the thing. That's the stuff of FPL dreams. If you've got Ederson in goal, to get an assist and a clean sheet, bonus points is great. Yeah, it is great. I just saw something about Maja. I've lost it now. Imagine he scores the penalty. Edison's not taking penalties. All this chat, he's just never going to take them. And people were saying like he came up to try and take it, but apparently he was just saying what to do. But it sounds like Rodri is not probably going to be on them either. Pep said he's got some thinking to do, basically. Yeah, Loughton. I'm so jealous of Loughton. Right? I mean, there was no reason for me to get me. Like, sometimes you pay extra for defenders and they're worth it. Like, for example, let's say that every Chelsea defender was nailed on, right? So Rudiger's nailed, Alonso's nailed. You pay the extra over Rudiger for Alonso for the attacking threat. But with Burnley defenders, you just pay the cheapest. So, but at the same time, Matthew Loughton is... I mean, again, this is the stuff that FPL dreams are made of. If you look at Matt Loughton's last 4 seasons worth of data, right, and you add up all his expected goals for all 4 seasons, it comes to 0.8, not even 1 over 4 seasons. So to go up there and smash a volley like that, fair enough. That's like I said, that's what double game week dreams are made of, right? When that stuff happens, that's the luck you need, and like it is luck. There's nothing wrong with that. Like 17 points for Wan-Bissaka for me was luck to get that many points, against a 10 and then 9 men Southampton. That is the luck you need to sometimes get up the ranks. So fair play. You got Peters, yeah, that sucks. In hindsight, I do find it surprising more people didn't go. Yeah, I guess it's just because we had the money to spend. I basically had a quick look at the stats and saw recently that me was the most attacking. But I mean, realistically, who cares? It wasn't a player that I wanted to keep long term. But look, I'm not gonna worry too much because it was a bit lucky for Loughton to score that, right? He might not score another goal for 2 or 3 seasons unless he's going to keep getting that far forward. If Loughton scores again on Wednesday, then I'll hold my hands up and say fair play. Which I already kind of am, I guess. I saw someone say it was lagging earlier. I think, yeah, exactly. Wan-Bissaka had a career XG of less than 2. I'm saying, don't get me wrong, Wan-Bissaka's 17 points was lucky. Although I will say both him and Shaw are trying to get forward more, especially Wan-Bissaka. But yeah, fully agreed. It was lucky to get 17 points. It's the kind of luck you need. I think, I'm not under any doubt that part of me being this high up in the ranks is due to a bit of luck. I think it's harsh to say it's all luck, right? When I said I was wildcarding in Game Week 18, not many people said that was a good idea. It really worked out. But of course you need a bit of luck, right? This is football. This is FPL. I saw someone say we were lagging. I think it's actually okay now. I think the connection looks quite good. I don't want to turn this into another internet chat session, right? But this should cross everything. Please cross everything. This should be the last stream where there's potential lag. After this, I should have, by the time the next time I stream will be a fiber internet celebration stream. So just put up with this one, and then we'll, get back to it. At least you're out, my mate, triple captain Foden. Yeah, that's harsh. He started as well. I mean, once they start, it's out of your hands, isn't it? I know why people did that. To be honest, I never even thought about... I'll get some of the super chats in a sec. I never even thought about triple captain in Gundogan. Never even considered it. What I will say is, and maybe it is a bit knee-jerky, but... excuse me. The fixtures are probably going to be better for City in the double than they are in double game 26 than they are for Spurs. So arguably we should be looking at City players potentially instead of Spurs, but Spurs fixtures will still be quite good, and Kane is definitely going to pay twice, and he's on penalties, right? So and when that happens, there'll be European games, so City players become a little bit more of a minefield. So I'm not sure, but I will think about Gundogan or someone else for City in the double. My missus just heard a glimpse of the stream and said you always mention internet issues. I know. I'm sorry. It's going to be good when we get it, though. It's going to be good when we get it. Elite FPL, how is it going? Go and follow Elite FPL on YouTube if you're not already. When is Sterling going to haul? The thing is, there's another game, right? And the next game is against Everton. And so if you've got Sterling, there's a good chance he starts, I think. And Everton are a worse team defensively than Spurs. There's not much in it, I don't think. But if they've just scored 3 against Everton, Spurs, I just don't see how they don't do it against Everton as well. Pep, the only thing Pep said was what we saw after the game. So it was something like, something like he felt tightness. Okay, let's get rid of this. He mentioned that he found it was tight, and he said something like it was clever that he knew it was tight and that he'd come off. It's something like that, like he's intelligent or something like that. So, yeah, interesting. I don't think he's going to play though. Why would he risk him? It's Arsenal though. After that, got to play him for that. Yeah, so it was decent. Super chats. Let me have a look. Wildcard in Gameweek 18 for Foden over Gundogan. Ouch. It's not too late to correct it. Well, it is too late for this week, but not going forward. Gundo bench this week, banned for captain. Yeah, I'm not. Look, this is my team for next week. I'm not benching Gundogan. So yeah. You could bench him, but I wouldn't bench Gundogan. I wouldn't bench Gundogan against anyone right now. You'd have to have a really good player, whether it's Arsenal or not. Rafinha in for Grealish. The only problem with that is you'll probably want Grealish back for 26. I know a few people have got kind of put off him. They were bad against Brighton. Brighton defended really well, of course, but Grealish just didn't have a sniff. I don't know about Rafinha for Grealish. I feel like that's a move you'll just want to change back. The one thing I would consider with Leeds players is if you basically over the next 2, let's just say that Villa get that double game week in 26. Over the next 2 weeks, Grealish has 3 fixtures. So does Rafinha. So if you're not going to get that, if you haven't got cover to get those 2 fixtures in 26, you are gaining a fixture now to lose one in 26. So that is worth thinking about a lot. I'm probably going to look to bring Rafinha in, but I'm not 100% on that. I kind of need to bring Rafinha in to fund Kane, so we'll see. Will he be benched? Oh, will he be benched this week against Everton? Possibly. I couldn't tell you. Possibly. I get what you're saying though. Leeds are vulnerable without Phillips. Yeah, hopefully he'll be back though. He was touch and go. Anyway, right? So he could be back for the next game. Hopefully he's back. I think Leeds will be better without him. Leeds are always vulnerable though, right? Funds Kane for Antonio, that move. Then maybe it's worth it because then you are gaining the fixture back, right? So you're getting the double this week and then a double next week. So that's a bit better. I think a lot of people... the thing with Rafinha is he's a bit of a differential still. Obviously, his ownership's going to go up this week, but he's only 3% owned overall. I don't know what he is in the top 10k, but I'm surprised it's so low. But it is worth thinking about that you'll lose a fixture. I think that's really important to think about right now because it's like Southampton. They could have 2 doubles or 3 doubles in a row, but obviously the 26 one's kind of cancelled out because, everyone will have a double pretty much. Then, yeah, hopefully the double game weeks get announced early in the week, but we'll see. It could be close to Friday, which would be annoying. The earlier they get out, the earlier they're released, the more planning, the quicker the planning we can do. You will regret benching Martin. I'm definitely benching Martinez again this week. Leicester are a much better side. Like Villa should have conceded the last couple of weeks. So look, Martinez is a great shot stopper, but I think for this one I'm going to go De Gea. I'm benching Wan-Bissaka as well, so I'm not making the double. You do gain a fixture in 29. That is correct. Yep, good point. Good point. Dallas is on 5 yellows. It doesn't matter now. The upper limit is 10. Triple captain Aubameyang by 103. Fair play. Hat trick. Really nice. Also, he could have had a fourth. He hit the post as well. Like Leeds are just so bad defensively, aren't they, against these teams? Yeah, not good. Good win for Arsenal, that was. The thing is, like, people have... Honestly, I feel like on social media there are about 10 times as many Arsenal fans as any other club. The reason we didn't talk about Arsenal, like I got complained about basically for speaking about Leeds in the last stream and not Arsenal players. The stream chat is dictated by the chat. No one owns Arsenal players. That's why we don't talk about them. And they've got Man City next, and then Leicester, and then Spurs in the next 4. So we're not talking about Arsenal players because no one's going to buy them. Look, they did great against Leeds. But I mean, that's it. What else do we say? Should we buy Aubameyang now? No, absolutely not. I might consider Aubameyang for game week 32, where they have Fulham, then Everton, Newcastle, West Brom. Bit of a differential, probably. I doubt many people will own him by then, but I don't know what else to say about Arsenal. Good result. Well done. Well done on beating a promoted side. There we go. We'll leave it at that. Okay. Replacement for Justin. Unlimited money. Again, like, when are you wildcarding, I guess, is a big thing. But I think defenders right now, like, you could go for Target, someone like that. I don't think you have to spend your money just because you got it. So it depends, really. Shaw's a nice option as well. There's not too many Spurs defenders I would want to get. So I don't think you need to spend the money. I wouldn't be looking at like Liverpool defenders right now or anything like that. The Aubameyang goals did nothing to impact the rank. Yeah, because he's low owned. That's the thing. That's why we haven't been talking about him, because he's been low owned. But I don't know. I don't know what else to say, really. There we go. Why is everyone about asking? Yeah, no, I don't know about Gundogan, obviously. I asked my girlfriend what captain out of Pope or Gundogan. She picked Gundogan. Bet you're happy about that. Is Vestergaard a good option? Yeah, I mean, they did concede twice today. One was a penalty. The other one was just a really great skill by Neto. Yeah, it's really, really nice by Neto. I do feel like McCarthy should have done better. Like, it was quite close to him. He had closed down that near post, but it was a good finish from Neto. Like, I'm not taking anything away from it. I'd be surprised if Neto doesn't move at some point in the next couple of years. I think he just looks so good. He's really young as well. Is he 19? He's 20. He's 20. He's going to be 21 in a month. So, but yeah, Southampton did concede twice. It's a little bit worrying. And the thing is, it's like I said, they will probably, if they double in 26, so do all the other defenders. So if you went in for a Southampton defender now versus like a Target, for example, you get one less fixture for Target, but arguably a better defence, even though Martinez should have conceded a few more recently. I think with Southampton, if they get 3 doubles in a row, the whole conversation changes. If it's only 2, I don't think they're quite as tempting. Ings captain, what are you saying? Ings will be... I think Ings is a bit like Sterling last week. Actually, no, that's a harsh comparison. I think I think Ings is like your differential next week. But one of the games is Chelsea. They're just not going to give up many chances at all. I think Leeds is the better option against Wolves and Southampton, personally. I have to sneeze. It's coming. I think Leeds is better. I think if you want to do something different, then potentially, go for Rafinha instead of Bamford. Being a promoted side, that's something your club couldn't do today. I know, we were awful. That's the thing. I know we were awful. I'm not trying to say that Man United were brilliant. We were so bad. We didn't create anything. Shaw and no, not even Wan-Bissaka. Harry Maguire was our most direct attacker today. It was just no good. Van der Beek, I don't know what's going on there. playing Fred and McTominay against West Brom is just not needed. There's no way we would have done that if Pogba was fit. So it just shows you how little Van der Beek is trusted, basically, by Ollie. Sorry, Ian. News on me. Will he play? So all I've seen is that it wasn't a concussion sub. So potentially he could play. I'm not really sure what the concussion rules are if you don't use a concussion sub, but apparently he's okay. Whether or not that means he starts, I don't know. We'll see. Again, will Diaz start with 7? I don't know. The thing is, there's just no need to worry about that now. It's done. If he does start, he does. You can't change anything, so I won't worry too much. I think the fact that Diaz was on the bench would probably point to me that that he will play, but I don't know. Harsh on owners if he doesn't play both, but I think he will. Bamford should have had a penalty. Yeah, I think I tweeted to say that on another day, Bamford gets that penalty. It's not really to do with the FPL points because Bamford scoring wouldn't have made much difference to my rank. But I feel like it wasn't a stone wall penalty. But on another day, if that's given, you can't really have any complaints. Cedric just came in from the side. It wasn't shoulder to shoulder. He just body checked him. There was no play for the ball. For me, it was a penalty. I don't think anyone would have really had too much to complain about if that was the case. And then it's 4-3 with 5-10 minutes to go. That would have been an interesting end. But it wasn't to be, and Arsenal got a good win. Do not bench Martinez. I think I'm going to. Because it's Leicester. Even last week, I could have made a choice to go for him because it's Brighton, but Brighton created so many chances, so I don't feel like it was an awful decision. I guess the only thing with Martinez De Gea is Martinez is always going to get more chance at saves. De Gea not really. I think he made 2 saves today. Really he made 3, but the second. When he had, it was right near the end, he made the save and then he kind of made a second save, but it wasn't a shot. He just pushed the ball away, so that didn't count. So I think against Newcastle without Wilson, I'm going to play De Gea this week, absolutely. I think from then on, I'll be looking at how I can downgrade De Gea just to play Martinez instead, because Martinez has got pretty good fixtures from 26 onwards. Am I getting Danny Ings? Yeah, possibly. I've got 2 free transfers this week, so I'm considering taking out Fernandes or Salah, which I know everyone's going to hate. You don't need to tell me how much you hate it. I already know. There's 3,000 people watching. I know that 2,999 of you hate that I'm going to take one of those 2 out, but I want to get Harry Kane for 26, and one of those 2 out is the only way really to fund it. If I didn't have so much money on the bench, maybe I could fund it a different way. But that's what I'm probably going to do. Right now, I'm leaning towards Fernandes, which I think people will hate even more. I think if I said Salah out, people will be less annoyed. But possibly for Fernandes, although I fully appreciate that probably this week Man United had the better fixture. For Rafinha, and then that will give me the money to do Wood to Kane, and then I'll do Antonio to Watkins as well, probably. Can I listen to your sneeze? It's gone now. So that might be a short-term move. I'm not saying, just because I take them out doesn't mean I don't own them for the rest of the season. Yeah, I know everyone's going to prefer Salah out. I'm thinking about doing Fernandes out, but we'll see. I haven't been that impressed with Salah. I don't think Fernandes has been amazing recently either, to be honest. Not from an FPL point of view, but you cannot fault his consistency, right? Yeah, 41 returns in 38 games, insane, right? So I'm not saying it's a good decision. Anyway, to come back to the Ings question, I'm probably going to do Fernandes or Salah out for Rafinha to give me the money to upgrade Wood or Antonio. We'll see what the injury status is of those 2. If Wood's fit, would I be tempted to play him against West Brom? Maybe. But anyway, let's forget about Chris Wood. So Fernandes or Salah to Rafinha, that gives me a lot of money. Then I would do Wood this week to Ings or Kane. Now, if Ings has got like a double-double or a triple-double, I'll just get him in. I think that many extra fixtures, I just bring him in. There's not even a question to be asked. And then the week after, I would still have enough money to do Antonio or Wood, whichever one I haven't sold, to Harry Kane. So I'd have Kane, Kane, Ings, and Bamford. If Ings doesn't have like two or three double game weeks, right, then I will probably just get Kane in this week as a bit of a differential before everyone gets in for 26. And then I'll probably just get Watkins in. So Antonio and Wood are basically going for for Kane and either Ings or Watkins by game week 26. That is my transfer plan. Does taking Son out not give you enough money to get Kane? It possibly does, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to take Son out. He's got better fixtures. I'm playing the fixtures basically. But it is dodgy to take out Fernandes versus Newcastle. Don't get me wrong. I fully understand that. Same with Salah against Everton, to be honest. Yeah. Ings versus Dallas, not ideal. Yeah, but it is what it is. Dallas got 2 fixtures, 2 attack and returns. It is what it is. If Ings has got the 6 fixtures in the next 3 game weeks, then that's the way to go. Okay, let me see here. Dyer, Vestergaard, Cancelo, or Struijk own Diaz at the moment. To play, is it? To play this week? I'd probably bench Dyer, if that's the question. Dallas and Rafinha in for Justin Greaves for a hit, just for 25. Bringing Jack back in 26. I don't think that's worth it. You're taking a hit to bring in a player to gain no extra fixtures, basically. You'll get 3 fixtures out of Rafinha. I mean, okay, sorry, I guess you do gain an extra fixture, but it's costing you a hit to do it. I'd possibly just keep Grealish in that case. I mean, I could do the same and just keep Fernandes, Salah, but then I can't get Kane. Time for Sterling to Gundogan if he is false 9. Let's see if you. I would for that one. I would just wait till the Everton game. See if you change your mind, because you could well do. Like if Sterling scores a brace or something against Everton, you'll change your mind. But Gundogan is much better value. So if you need the money, I don't see that as a bad transfer. 2 free transfers in 26. Calvert-Lewin out, Kane in, Justin out, Konza in. Yeah, I think Villa defenders are a good buy right now. So yeah, I think that's a decent option. For sure. My friends. McCarthy or Pope for Game Week 25. If you've got a double Game Week player, I'd almost always play them. I know the worry that Southampton might not get a single clean sheet, but yeah, I would definitely do it. Am I going to bench a City defender for Ben Mee? Yeah, probably. Just in case Arsenal score. I can't see Arsenal scoring. I just can't see anyone scoring against Man City right now, but I think I just split the risk a bit. Just play one City defender. I think that's okay. Wildcard video for 25. Yeah, I probably will. Yeah, I got a few things planned for this week, similar to last week, I guess. 66 people Captain Madger. Fair enough. I can't do it for Grealish. I don't want to do it for Grealish either, because Grealish, I know people are kind of going off him, but he's got Newcastle game week. Basically, his fixtures afterwards are quite good, and he'll probably have a game in 29 as well. So I kind of want to keep him. Maybe look at getting rid of him here, because the fixtures are awful after that. One thing I will say is there's a lot of fixture swings around Game Week 31. If you've got a wild card and you can keep it till then, you could be looking pretty good. Also, bear in mind with Villa players, they've got 3 fixtures to rearrange still. So it's not just the Game Week 26 double. There's 2 more doubles at some point after that. And if they're close to the double, I definitely want my Villa players. So, but basically, this would be my transfers, right? So, let's say Fernandes goes. I get it. It's risky. You hate it. I've got it. I mean, technically, I'm not gaining any. I kind of am, yeah. So Rafinha in, and then let's just say that Ings has 1 million double game weeks in a row. Then Ings in, and then 5 million to upgrade Wood. It is pushing it a bit, by the way, on the old prices. To Kane. So this is for free. So Rafinha and Ings in for free, and then Kane in for free in 26. I would probably take a hit, but this is where it gets tricky, because I've got no money to upgrade Bamford or change Bamford. I'd have to do it to Watkins. The only thing is, if I do it to Watkins, I would then struggle to buy Bamford back. So that's my only worry, and I will want Bamford for Game Week 29 if I'm not using my free hit. But that would give me Martinez, double. Stones, Cancelo and Wan-Bissaka doubles. Actually gives me Ben Mee double as well in 26 if I wanted to play him over one of the Leeds boys and not transfer them out, which I could do. I could play 4-4-2. Grealish, Salah, Gundogan, Son doubles, and then Ings and Kane doubles. If Ings doesn't have one, I'll just get Watkins instead. I think that's okay. I'd be very surprised if my Game Week 26 teams... I'd be very surprised if my Game Week 26 team is massively different to wildcarders teams. Because if people are wildcarding now and they don't have their free hit, they have to get Spurs and Villa players. They have to. It's just so much easier to manage. And the funny thing is that game might not even go in 29. Though that's what would be funny. Everyone wildcards with Spurs and Villa because of this fixture that's not even here yet. It'd be hilarious if it doesn't get put there. I think it will. Or at least I should say Ben and James think it will. But yeah, that's the plan. And I think everyone's going to wildcard with Spurs. They're going to maybe target... I've got 3 leads as well for 25. I think the only other thing I might not have is a few more Southampton players. And when one of the game is Chelsea, I'm just not that concerned. So I think it's okay. I think it's very difficult now to look past the double up on City. Like I have considered using transfers to change the double attack, but it's just not worth it. City are just too good defensively. Like Spurs just did not trouble them at all. At all. The only time they really troubled them was... Who was it? Bale. When we saw a little glimpse of what Bale can do. And it was a good save from Edison. When we know the Game Week 26 fixtures, Ben thinks we'll know them by Game Week 25 deadline, but there's no guarantee. Like he doesn't know for sure. They could put it off to the week after. It would be unlikely because that would be such short notice. But yeah, hopefully we get them this week, and hopefully we can start proper planning. To bring in Vestergaard, Struijk, Cancelo or Dyer. Cancelo is the better player long term for sure. Kane triple captain 26. That's currently where I am, yeah. Bruno or Bamford captain. Come on, we're not still captain. You can't cap. Right, you can, but surely you're not going to cap. Look what happened this week. Everyone said Fernandes got the best fixture. Gundogan's absolutely Gundogan played like 60 minutes and he smashed Fernandes' score, and he potentially would have had another game. And that still doesn't put you off captaining a single game week player. There's no way I would captain Bruno over Bamford. Not even in a shot. If you're wildcard now, would you have double City defence or attack? Sterling's an easy price went back into De Bruyne. Salah and Bruno not at their best. Never discount Salah and Bruno, to be honest. If you're wildcard now, would you have double City? Yeah. I would definitely consider double attack because it is a bit different. But the value in Gundogan, the value in 2 defenders in Gundogan is exceptional right now. And the thing is, out of all the doubles that Man City may or may not have, well, they will have doubles, right? They will at some point. They've got Wolves and Southampton left to rearrange. They are easier. Easy is maybe a bit harsh, but they're no tougher than Spurs, and they've just kept an easy clean sheet against Spurs. Kane and Son just didn't really get close. Kane hit the post. Yeah, that was from the free kick, wasn't it? But, I mean, they really didn't trouble him that much. I think that was from the free kick anyway. Yeah, I double defence. I just don't think I can go anywhere near it right now. Must you have 3 Leeds players? There's no must to anything. Like, I tweeted earlier, I haven't bought Dallas expecting 2 clean sheets. If you can get 1 clean sheet in the double, I'll be happy, and then I'll just hope for some attacking returns. Is Luca Dean worth holding on to? He's just so expensive, isn't he? But they will probably have a double in 26, which could be quite a good one, so I would probably keep him. Reckon De Bruyne back is going to cause headaches. Yeah, look, never say never, but as it stands right now, I just don't think I would get De Bruyne. Now, he will be a massive differential because I think people will start thinking like this, that they've got Gundogan, there's no reason to sell him, so how do you get De Bruyne in? And I just think if I'm trying to fit in Kane, one of Salah or Fernandes and Son into my team, how the hell am I going to get De Bruyne? I'm probably just not going to. Because even when De Bruyne was fit, Gundogan was still banging in goals. So, I don't know. De Bruyne is just not... The only thing that makes me really want him is, obviously he's awesome. He probably will be on penalties as well. and he will be a differential because people will be put off getting him straight back in. But it depends when he comes back. Do I want to use my transfers? I just don't know where I put him. I just don't know where I would put him in my team. I would have to transfer out one of Salah or Kane, and right now I just don't necessarily want to do that. Yeah, Sterling to De Bruyne, obviously, that's a fairly easy move, but if you've got Gundogan, he's a lot cheaper, isn't he? Are you upset that United have bottled the title? I mean, you can't bottle something you were never going to get. Where does Gundogan rank in the budget asset Hall of Fame? He's got to be right up there. Like, I think Mark tweeted that, if we ever seen a player have this turnaround midway through the season, and obviously he was always a good player, but to suddenly be this much of an FPL asset is pretty insane. I think Bale was mentioned. Obviously Kane, when he came into the side, he was super cheap, suddenly just amazing as well. But Gundogan's right up there. It's crazy, crazy value. Fair play to anyone that's like got on him really early, like game week 18 or so. Areola or Martinez? For this week, is it? I would probably play Areola if that's the question. Rafinha in for Barnes from -4. Do you think Diaz will start the second game? I was surprised he didn't. Yeah, again, I can't tell you on injuries. He may or may not. You got Loughton over me, nice. Barnes has Villa and then he has a double game week. I'd be tempted to keep him, to be honest. Again, any player that's got a double in 26 you bring Rafinha in, you're basically getting the same amount of fixtures. That makes sense. I know why people don't like doing that, because it means you potentially got to take the points hit now to gain it later on. But that's worth keeping in mind. I think Barnes has been good this season. No need to necessarily transfer him out. Aubameyang over De Bruyne is no Champions League. But Man City are just so much better, aren't they? Have Man City played Leeds twice? They can't have. Oh, they play Leeds in game week 31. That could be a massacre. Remember how Man City started that game? And to be fair, Leeds came back into it really well. But the way it's gone since then, Man City could smash Leeds. It'd be mad. Mad game, that. But yeah, I just don't think Aubameyang's an option until the fixtures get better. Great. I've never got over 100. 85 would poke me. DS, Cancelo, Gundogan left. Like to get over 100? Yeah, I would say so. I'll be pretty disappointed if I didn't get over 100 from there. Can you name all the likely double game week teams in 26? Just go and follow Ben Crellin on Twitter. Honestly, maybe I can bring up the image. Hang on. Let me see. I'll just bring it up. Hang on. Thing is, none of this is set in stone yet. I've said that like a million times, but it just isn't. That's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. Where have I put it? Double game week 26. So again, full credit to Ben Crellin on Twitter. Ben Crellin on Twitter at Ben Crellin. Right now, again, this isn't set in stone, but basically all these teams in gold are very likely to have a game week 26. The ones in orange are likely to, and it's the same for future weeks. I wouldn't completely ignore them. I'd have them in the back of your mind, but don't pay too much attention to the blue ones, because they're not guarantees, right? And even so, some of them it's like you don't know which week it will fall in. So Villa could play Everton or Sheffield United this week. It could be this week. It could be a week in the future, right? Ben doesn't know. He's just making best guesses possible. But these ones almost certainly will be a double. But not all the matches are set in stone. So City could play West Ham and then Wolves or Southampton. And Villa will have Leeds or Everton, Sheffield United. At this point, I'm hoping Villa get Everton. Leeds and Everton will be a pretty good double. And so on. You get the gist. And I'm not going to go through all this, but you can pause the stream or just go and follow Ben, honestly, and check out this spreadsheet. But these are all the teams in gold that should have a double. So Chelsea, Liverpool, Leicester, Palace, Man United, Burnley, Everton, Spurs, Villa and Man City. So Leeds can't get one, Newcastle can't get one, Brighton, Arsenal and West Ham are all not going to get one, basically. If you had a wildcard, when would you think is the best time to use it? There isn't a best time. There isn't a best time. I think you either use it now or you use it in 31. or maybe 26, depending on your bench boost usage and stuff like that. There isn't a best time. I think you have to try and forget about that. That's always the question. When's the best time? I don't know. It depends on your team, you know? But I probably this week to prepare for the doubles, especially if we get the fixtures of 26, or in 31 when the fixtures swing, one of those two is probably the better option right now. Why do you rate Salah so much compared to better options? Like who though? The thing with Salah is like again, I'm going to probably take out one of Salah or Fernandes this week. I'm not like glued to them, but you have to prioritize your transfers, you know. And Salah most of the time is not high on my list to get rid of, but this week he might be. He just might be Fernandes instead. It's kind of a bit of a compromise because Salah has the worst fixture this week. I would rather have Fernandes against Newcastle. Although, if Newcastle defend like West Brom did, we're going to struggle to break them down. But we did all right in the reverse fixture. So Fernandes against Newcastle is probably a better fixture. But Salah has Fulham in 27, then Wolves. Whereas Fernandes has Man City and then West Ham. So I feel like this is slightly worse. They also have Chelsea in the double, although Liverpool will also have Chelsea as well in the double, so it's not much better for them. So I think it's quite close between the two, to be honest. Liverpool will surely improve. Maybe. When will Henderson get back into that midfield? Like, I feel like I think there's a lot of factors probably why Liverpool are playing like they are, but I mean, the thing with Leicester is they dominated in the first half. Maybe dominated a little bit too much, but they played really well. I don't think anyone would disagree they had the better half. There was just that 7-minute period where it just went to pot. They were, Alisson came out. I would say Alisson kind of made a mistake. I think he should have come out and commanded that. If he wanted it, he should have got that ball. It was just 7 minutes. They just capitulated. The centre-back situation, obviously, he doesn't trust the centre-backs to the point where he just wants to keep playing Henderson there. And, yeah, it's just not working. It's just not working that well. Liverpool will be fine, right? No, like they're not going to win the title. They're not going to finish outside the top 4. But yeah, I don't know about Salah. He got his goal. Could he have had more? Possibly, yeah. And again, I would fancy Salah against Everton too, but I would also fancy Fernandes against Newcastle. So it's a tough call. The good thing about selling Salah instead of Fernandes, it gives me a little bit more money to play with. That's the only thing. Bear in mind we've just played the top 2 teams in the league. Exactly, yeah. Leicester and Man City. It's a bit like Spurs. Now, I know Kane came back, and I know people put lots of emphasis on the fact that Son cannot play without Kane. One of the reasons Spurs scored 2 goals the week before is because they played West Brom. You know who they played the 3 weeks before that? Liverpool, Chelsea, Brighton. 3 good defensive teams. It's the same as Liverpool. They just played. I know they've conceded 7 to Villa. They haven't played all that well this year at times. But Everton is not the same, especially without the fans. That's not going to be like this big old derby where everyone's like really up for it. It's just going to be Everton, another game. I mean, it's not necessarily another game, but there is no fans. But I mean, Sheffield United's not going to be easy. But Fulham should be pretty decent, I think. And then maybe he goes. I don't know. I just feel like he's got a little bit of a better run in. Like these fixtures look like fixtures I just want to keep Salah. So yeah, right now as it stands, I'm probably 60-40 in favour of selling Fernandes. It's risky, but I don't know. Will Rafinha outscore Fernandes this week? I think he probably will. And then will Kane against Burnley and Southampton or Fulham outscore Fernandes against Chelsea and who would it be? Chelsea and... Is it Palace? Yeah, Palace are pretty bad. Chelsea and Palace might be close, that. But there's a chance, right? And then I want to keep Kane up until game week 29. So I'm probably going to sell Fernandes this week. I mean, how could that backfire? A player that's always 100% effective ownership, that's got 41 returns in 38. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Martinez or Meslier. If it's to play, I'll definitely play the double game week goalkeeper for sure. I just want to do a quick shout out to Patreon, by the way. If you're not already, a quick shout out to Patreon, about Patreon, it's probably about. If you're not already signed up, there's a link in the description below. Thank you to everybody that already has, everybody up on the Legends wall. I think we got a few new signees since the last time. So I think Nikolev, that's probably not the right name. Let me know what you want me to put your name as. Anna H and Alex S. Thank you very much for signing up. If you haven't already checked it out, link in the description below. Extra perks and benefits over there just to support me in the channel. Absolute legends. Thank you very much. Yeah. There you go. And anyone I haven't got back to over the weekend, I'll get back to you soon. How do you feel about Grealish? He's been on a bit of a drought. I mean, his drought is basically 2 games, Arsenal and Brighton. Before that, he returned for 4 games in a row. So he's returned in 4 out of the last 6. And the last 2 are Brighton and Arsenal. So I'm not that worried, to be honest. I don't necessarily think Leicester's that great of a game, but Leeds and Everton, potentially in the double, that'd be nice. That would be nice. When am I planning to use my free hit? Right now, Game Week 33. Because in Game Week 33, I'll probably still have quite a few Man City and Spurs players, and they miss out. And not only that, in Game Week 33, and we are thinking very far ahead right now, Man United have Leeds, so I don't think I'm going to have 2 Man United attackers, so I'll get 2 attackers in for that. Liverpool have Newcastle. Again, I might own Salah, but I don't know if I would own defenders or Mane, so I could triple up there as well. Villa have got West Brom. I will probably still own some Villa. No, actually, I think in Game Week... This is where we overthink. We're way too far ahead to be thinking about this, but they have Fulham in 30, then it's Liverpool, Man City, so that's a good time to sell Grealish and Watkins. But then I get them back for the West Brom game, and then they got a really horrible end to the season as well. So Villa players could start going. Excuse me. So I think 33 is a good fixture, to be honest. A good time to free hit, because in Game Week 29, if I can just pull this up, like I could potentially carry my 3 Leeds players, and then if Villa and Spurs play, I'll have 5 players from there. So that's 9 players. Sorry, 8 players. Annoyingly, if I'd got in Pope instead of bloody me, I would have been able to hold so foul. But who knows? Maybe I get Saka in or whoever it might be. I don't know. But in Game Week 29, I should have at least 8 players. And I don't expect many people to have 11. And then I think Game Week 33 could be a better time. If I can get through Game Week 33, I don't know. I just put it in a random week. Maybe the last day of the season and just go fully gung-ho. I don't know. Maybe I'll get through to 29. I don't have 8 players and I need to use it. I'm just going to play it by ear. I don't think I need to use it in 26. That's for sure. That is for sure. Horrible fixtures equals Martinez alls. I'm not saying I would necessarily sell Martinez, but I'll probably look at selling Grealish and Watkins. If you can try and keep Bruyne for the double and switch to Son just after. But I've already got Son, though. Might seem stupid, McCarthy. Again, all these questions. You played a double game week player, right? I think I would. Can you see Leicester scoring against Villa? I can. You won't see this, but you're smashing the subs and consistent upload. Thank you very much. Thank you for everyone that subscribed. I wanted to get to 100,000 by the end of the season. We are now looking at possibly hitting 150,000 by the middle of March. So if you're not already subscribed, please do hit that button. There's about 60% of people that watch that are subscribed. So 40% of people watching are not subscribed. So potentially there's like over 1,000 people watching who aren't subscribed. It takes 2 seconds. Hit that button, make a man happy. Keep watching the content. Happy days. Hit the notification bell. And why not hit that like button while you're at it? We're on 400. Let's get to 1,000 likes. I'm with you on Fernandes. Jimenez out for Kane and Son in 26. Already have Watkins and Bamford. Nice. Yeah, I keep seeing people put in the chat there's a strong rumour that Klopp has resigned. I would find that very hard to believe. And it's not happened. So let's just wait and see, I guess. Just go from there. Can Van Dijk just get back in our start 11? He can for next season, probably. I've been planning on selling De Gea. At some point when I get a free transfer, let's just see for now. I'm already thinking, do you know what? I could just play him in Game Week 28. In game week 28, he's got West Ham at home. Who has Martinez got? Newcastle. Okay, I could just play Martinez. I'm happy to sell De Gea when I need the money or when I have a free transfer. I thought about doing it this week to get in Sterling to swap out for Son. I don't know if I would be up on the deal. De Gea to Areola would have been extra points. Stones out and 4-point hit. Yeah, probably would have been about equal. We'll see. We'll see. Best options for so far for 26. I have Cancelo, Stones, Dallas Target, making the move this week so I don't waste a free. I'd maybe look at a Leicester defender. Amity, will he keep starting? Ricardo could be a nice differential. Leicester's fixtures are quite good after the double, and they do have a double, of course. You've already got Villa. I suppose you've already got double Man City and Target. You could just go for Southampton, maybe Vestergaard. I would wait until the fixtures are released and then decide. I don't know if Amity's going to keep playing. As Allen's been dropped, feels mad selling him now. He might start one of the next two, but who knows? It looks like he fancies Redmond up front with Ings. Like Ings is always going to start plus one more. So Adams looks dodgy right now. It could be worth selling him before a double, as crazy as that sounds, depending on who else you're going to bring in. Who would you play in goal this week, Pope or McCarthy? Probably McCarthy, but I know why you want to play Pope, because it's almost a guaranteed clean sheet. But I mean, is McCarthy going to get a clean sheet in either game? It's difficult, isn't it? They could get some save points. So I think you have to play McCarthy, but Pope is the best single game at goalkeeper this week. All right, I'm going to leave it there because we've been going nearly an hour. Thank you for watching. Please do hit that like button if you've been enjoying the stream. Please do subscribe if you haven't already as well. It would be great to hit 150k within the next month. It would absolutely be mental, in fact. So please do hit that. I'll be back probably every day this week with videos. I've got stuff planned for Game Week 25. Like I said, probably be similar to last week's content. I guess the best double gaming players thing will be a bit less, but I'm probably going to do something on my chip strategy as well. And why I'm thinking about going to 33 instead of 29, even though I've already just spoken about that. And what's the other thing? Can't remember. If we get the fixtures, I'll do a video on that as well. Right? If and when we get the fixtures, I'll do it. And last thing. Hopefully there'll be a bonus stream for you in the middle of the week on Tuesday or Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday after the double game week's finished, when we should have fibre. We should have new internet. We've got internet plugs at the ready. They're here. This is going to give me what I need. All right, we're ready for fibre. The install is on Tuesday. By the way, that's all the FPL talk now. I'm not going to talk about FPL anymore. We should have internet on Tuesday. So as long as I can get it all hooked up here, that should be the end of the lag. I don't think it's been too bad tonight. I'm quite happy about that the last one wasn't a lag fest, but it probably wasn't ideal. So yeah, that should be coming. I've got some plans to do some other stuff once that happens, both on the FPL channel and maybe on another channel, maybe some gaming stuff on Twitch, etc. FIFA, who knows? But we'll be doing some stuff, so it'll be good. Should be good. But obviously, yeah, if you've enjoyed the stream, hit a like on the stream, and hit subscribe. What's going on? Let's talk ISP. I'm going with Sky. So yeah, hopefully they're okay. Told someone I was going with Sky today, and they said one of the worst companies. But yeah, do you know you have another channel? I have 2 other channels. So yeah, I want to get them ready before we do anything else on them. But there's going to be more stuff coming at some point. It'd be handy from the parking lot. I'm not cancelling the current internet I've got until I know the new one is in and working well. So I'm just going to pay for both for like a couple of weeks. So there'll be no issues with streaming and making videos. So don't panic about that. Let's talk Andy's internet. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's good. Yes, I'll get him Rafinha. Right, I'm going to go. Thank you for watching. Like I said, hit that like button on your way out. Hit subscribe on your way out as well. I will see you tomorrow for another video, and I will see you at some point in the week for a stream to celebrate high-speed internet. All right, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your